Let's show the guys in our lives how much we appreciate them with a little thank you card. I've got a great copper and denim look that is so easy, it's just going to bowl you over. So let's get started. You are just going to love the simplicity of this card. It is stunning, but also super, super simple to do. So I'm creating a background that is going to look like denim jeans. And I'm starting off with teal Zeal Memento ink and an ink blending brush to create a nice teal center here. And the blue really does kind of remind me of a great denim color. So I'm starting off with this really saturated denim color in the center here with the teal Zeal. And then I'm going to move on into gray flannel. So I wanted to have the center be a little bit more of a deep focal point. So I kept that really in that teal color. I'm adding the flannel gray around the edges. And I thought for a while I would just keep it that way with the gray blending into the teal and doing just kind of a gray and teal look separate from each other. But as I started to blend the gray into the teal, I realized that it was creating this really amazing look that was very much like denim in the end. So as I continued around the edges and blending in those two colors together, I started thinking, what could I do to really make this all look like one big piece of denim? So once I had the edges complete, I came back in with more teal Zeal and started adding that again in the center just to give that a more intense look, but then blending it out all the way along the edges. And as you can see, I started to really get a denim-y kind of look when the gray and the teal blends together here. So really this was just a matter of a few minutes to blend out this background panel and get all of that flannel and teal together to create the denim look. Of course, what would denim be without a little bit of copper riveting going on? So I pulled out some Brilliance in Cosmic Copper and a stencil that has these 6 circles evenly spaced in an A2 card space. There's actually a little outline on the stencil that tells you exactly where to place the cardstock so you can get it perfectly placed in the center, all 6 of those little dots. So I got that all taped down and I have a finger dauber here with my Brilliance ink, and I'm going to go ahead and start adding that in. Now, Brilliance will dry fairly quickly, which is a really nice thing about this amazing metallic ink. But I noticed that if I blended it too much with the finger dauber, I wasn't getting the coverage I wanted. So I ended up doing more of a dab. I would go around each circle, making sure that the entire circle was covered around the edges, and then come back in and just do a little dabbing action. And when it dried, it looked completely amazing. And you're going to see that as soon as I have all of these done and I pick up the stencil. And really, it did only take a few minutes to dry. And I was very pleased with the outcome. So it was kind of like getting a heat embossed look without having to do any heat embossing. And it took just about the same time that it would to do heat embossing, but with a really unique look. I loved the way that the copper ended up looking on this cardstock paired together with this denim background. It was really a fabulous choice. So once I had all of that stenciling done, I was able to pull off the stencil and get this gorgeous look. So seriously, with that little bit of effort, it was time to finish up the card. I added the finished panel to a card base and I die cut some thin, skinny letters using some navy blue cardstock. So of course I have this whole denim idea going on, and I'm using my on point glue and some tweezers to keep it from getting all over my fingers and putting that on those letters and adding them in. So don't be afraid to split up your words like this. So I have 3 letters on top and 3 letters on the bottom, and it's going to say thanks, THANKS. And it might seem a little strange at first, but when you look in design principles, you see this kind of thing all over advertising and in other kind of marketing around on the internet. So I wasn't too afraid to do something like this. I thought it would turn out really cool, and it really did. The one thing I noticed was that the on point glue didn't want to dry super quick, so I did end up putting a acrylic block over top of it just to make sure that everything had positive contact and was able to dry completely. But that was really all there was to it. Once everything was dry, this card was an absolute stunner, and it's something I'll definitely be creating again. I absolutely love the denim look, and I hope you loved it too. So what did you think? Did you love this card? Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel to give us some love. If you're looking for more card inspiration, check out my suggestions at the end of this video. I know you're going to love those projects too. I'll be back with more videos soon, but until next time, happy crafting.